Alright, welcome back to Timberborn on the Map Gaming channel. I appreciate you guys taking your time out of your busy days and wasting a little bit of time with me. So, we have our population back in boom. We have a little bit of a, not necessarily a problem, but I do want to get over here to kind of help fix this, and I think what we're going to do is get my key bindings correct, and we are going to make the migration way over here. Holy cow, this is quite a migration. And we are going to kind of block this off. How should we do this? I think right here would be a great place to kind of start. Got to get the right camera angle. Oh, geez Louise, what are we doing? Let's make sure that's lined up. It looks pretty good to me. And we will do something like that. Now we need to backtrack all the way back. So let's get this going. And we'll cross that off. Bing. Probably make that look a little bit better, but we will let it roll. Because right now this isn't necessarily about it being pretty, this is more of it being functional to some degree. There we go. Now that that's all built, we'll eventually make our way down over here, stop that up. Hopefully we can do it during a drought, and that will help that situation out. In that I want to see if this will also help this situation, because if we're able to get this going, I'm going to elevate that out of higher whatever. Let's go to housing. I can do 5. And then we are going to place these two at the highest priority to get those kind of going. Let's kick this into a couple of times different speeds. Yeah, I'd rather have that kind of, obviously this will be a back burner project over here, getting that going. Let's also see about haulers, because that would be beneficial to us. And we can place this over here just to kind of also side project, get that going. What else do we got? We got a little bit of excess on beaver workage. We're also pumping water. We're getting that going. That's looking fabulous. Do we have a worker in there? No, we do not. Right now, my main concern is water and food. Getting water and food taken care of, getting that looked after. We need gears for this, don't we? Yes, and we need a buttload of planks. So, this thing even spin? Not really. Alright, let's open that. Oh, that doesn't matter. Is that fully open? That is. We got everything flowing there. We're just having to deal with this problem, and this is going to be an ongoing problem that will probably take a few moments at the very least. I can't, minus this blowing up. Oh, that's a blockage. I don't think last episode we determined that could be a problem, especially when we're looking at this is kind of the reason why we're holding water in this area. Or maybe it isn't, I don't know. Where are we at on this map? Alright, so we are over here. Let's follow this down because I'm almost positive this is going to end badly for us. So all that water is being held in there. Yeah. So I'm starting to see the problems in the... Where are we? I don't even know how we get over this far. Yeah, I'm not... Update, yes. Fun, absolutely. Build with problems, 110%. Oh, man. That is, okay, so... Alright, what we're going to do is I'm going to play this guy and play this guy, because I want... Ooh, can't get my key bindings right. And we're going to pause them. That can grow out a little bit. I'm not necessarily too worried about that, but we do need to get... And I'm going to lower that down, and I want water filled up. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to lower that to 2 and play that one. This is the first time that we're going to have all the pumps pumping out water. Just on the simple fact of I got to figure out how to get way the heck over here and kind of stop this up again. I want to let the damage roll. But eventually we're going to have to come over here and figure this out. And I just need to see how exactly that's going to play out for us. These bombs, I feel like, are going to be somewhat of the death of us in any sense of that word. And what's crazy is we're playing this on normal mode. So this isn't anything extreme. I can't even imagine what this is going to be like on hard mode. Let's get this kind of going. We're able to get up there. We'll path this out. Go ding ding ding. And then path that out. What we're actually going to do is I'll just build stairs. Where'd we end up at? Right there. Alright, that seems to be kind of the ideal situation there. We'll be able to walk down here, through here. We'll get across here, build this up, and then we are going to need some sort of staircase. And I would do these, but they need the berry log, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And then we're also going to have to... Yeah, we're looking to bust out a buttload of planks here. And then we'll figure all this out. Path that out. Sorry, I'm trying to get, there we go. That works out just nicely. Oops, apparently I'm moving a little bit faster than my computer. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be the priority. Obviously, getting over here is going to take a minute. But hopefully we can have enough water pumped up, stored up, and everything like that to kind of last us. Let's pause. And that's great. Alright, so that'll give us kind of a boost on when we need more beavers. Just to get that going. We have this big project, we have this big project that's going to be probably our primary concern is getting this over here, getting this fixed, getting everything played out, because we got one day. We're not obviously going to make it because this is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 40 something planks at the very minimum. Alright, we're also going to have to start getting into the power, and that's kind of the whole reason why I'm starting with this, because I want to start making a industry spot where everything's run off horsepower. That's, to me, seems the simplest way to kind of function with the iron tills, is having them run off of that power instead of this kind of power. It's easier to grow trees, keep those planted. Obviously, we have a buttload of logs. I think we can add another storage right here and make that logs. Then I want to come over here. Where's the duplication? Copy settings. Not what I wanted. Duplicate this and duplicate that. And the reason why we're going to duplicate those is simply for the fact of where are we at? I want these logs being cut down. I want logs being cut down at all points, so that is something that we don't really have to worry about losing. And then if we're able to grow, have more logs being cut down, then stuff is working out better in our favor. Especially if we're trying to get planks and all that kind of stuff, because we're needing... Alright, we're gonna pause it. Alright, good deal. Alright, so I want to make this clear, that clear, clear that, and who cares? Alright, I don't really think that did a whole lot of bad to this, but what would be interesting is setting up over here and then just putting a dam piece right there. I think we can do something like that. Housing. Yep, I'm down with that. That won't look too bad. And then that way, if need be, we can have water and stuff of that nature being already kind of set up over here. We'll place something like that right there. Get that going. Oh my Santa, come on now. We aren't even working that hard right now. And then basically cover this whole area. That should be enough to get us kind of going, and then if we need to, we can come up here and clear cut that. Alright, so we have bad tide coming. Alright, we have a couple of days for that. We have 1.7 water that should hold us and enough steam. Then I want to come over here, duplicate this one more time, but instead of that, we're going to make this planks. And then I'm going to draw the line right there. Yes. Actually, we're going to set these at the highest priority because I want those going. And then this kind of always... once the bad tide comes, then we'll figure everything out, and then I'll probably pause these guys so we can get this going. I'm gonna put this at 0.5 just to help that. Alright, moving, grooving. Let's pause this one so that we don't have to wait for them as long. Ooh, and we're making... Okay, let's... Wait, I gotta figure out my storage units here. Metal, great. Delete that. Duplicate that. Metal. And ruins. High performance there. Alright, we don't even have any water coming out. Alright. Alright, we're, oh, yeah. I need to make this a priority. And then that'll get them going on this. Oh, man. Alright, there we go. We need more builders there. Getting that going. I'm also going to place that there. and we're going to cover this. Yeah, we're on a log spree right now. Oh, wait, where are we at? Alright, so we're slowly moving over here. I'm hoping by the end of this bad tide, we're able to be over here in this area. Because we're going to have to get this population going. This game's whooping my butt, that is for sure. We are struggling on whole new different avenues here. Alright. Good news is we're getting stuff in and out of here. So we're able to kind of judge that just a little bit. We are running out of metal. To some degree, but not too much where I would feel like we are in a problem. Once we get this going, then we'll have the capacity to kind of help other places. I think these pumps can actually get down there. The only problem is we're not pumping anything out. Haulers. Alright, so yeah. We're gonna need to keep this going for the time being. Fluid dump. We have got to get that going. Come on, help me. Alright, top priority. How are we doing over here? Alright, slowly but surely. Hey, man. This game is not my friend right now, that is for dang certain. Start pumping that up just so we can keep this stuff actually growing. So our food's probably in a bad spot. And then this way, this isn't affected. We will fill this whole thing up, but we are pumping, so hopefully that works. Hey, we just got here. That's cool. Alright, so we're starting to build this up. That would be nice, especially if we got like a drought. Just want to make sure that we're... Why aren't you planting those trees? Oh, because they can't be planted because of all this crud back there. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm on the same game page. Alright, unstable core. Let's see what kind of damage we're dealing with here. Oh. Seriously? Oh, dear Lanta. The amount of pressure we're under is kind of insane, just a little bit, if I'm not being too blunt here. Alright, we got the logs. I'm pretty happy with that. We have a buttload of farmers. There we go. Alright, so we have them now. Trying to get these down. That'll at least help the other food situation, because right now we got pretty much stuffed on blueberries and Robbie's. So hopefully starting to... Seriously. This is not what I need right now. Oh man. Alright. Good news is we're being able to draw water. Bad news is... yeah. We're having issues. That is for dang certain. Okay. Haulers. Oh, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Oh, son of a monkey, man. How are we doing on planks? Planks are not bad. We're good on those, but alright, get those going. Let's prioritize haulers on that, because at least they can do that. And then that should be the last one. Alright, sweet. Alright, so this is hopefully with these two. That will fix that problem. Oh, jeez. Please don't die. Prioritize the hauler so we can get at least water in that. Alright, those are saved. These are probably all dead. Those are probably all dead, which is fantastic. Oh, yeah. just build it already, man. Come on. Alright. Man, I'm at a loss for words at this current point in time. This playthrough is seriously just whooping every living daylights out of me at this current point in time. Building needs water. Yeah, well, as long as we're able to drink, I'm not really too worried about this at this current point in time. But not having water flood out through here is definitely starting to be a nuisance. Alright, so how many logs does this take? 20, good lord. Alright, so we have more than enough. Logs, medium priority. Yeah, I'm just trying to get out over here so we can actually do something. Wait. Because they'll get up to 100% and then that... Alright, hold on. Alright, for... Yeah, alright, this is the only way I see this happening for this current point in time. We're gonna pause those buildings because I gotta figure out how we're going to uplift water, because basically that's what this map is based off of, is reservoirs. So oil well, or water wells, stuff like that. And that's how this does business. Oh man. But at least doing it this way, I don't even know what's going to happen when we go to when this thing breaks tonight. Like, I don't even know. So I'm hoping that in the excitement that we will be able to fix this and kind of get some sort of correction going on this. My only thing is, I don't even know. So with this style of map, what we're looking at is we're basically behind the 8 ball the whole way around, because we're having to travel to everything and everywhere in Timbuktu land. And that is the hardest part. So this one that's about to blow up is in the middle of the earth, and when it goes boom, guess what? The bad water is now being mixed in. Now, I have no idea what that means for Middle Earth, but yeah, you can see problems that at this point are going to be caused, because yeah. Oh, dear Lord. I don't even know. We're going to have more contaminated beavers, so we're going to have to deal with that. Which is just fabulous, if I'm being perfectly honest. What do we, oh my gosh, what do, I don't even, I'm at a loss for words, in all honesty. So, yeah, at this current point in time, I'm pretty sure we're just screwed. Yeah, I think there's no way that this ends positive for us. I would say that blowing this up would be a beneficial part, but like, I don't know how much more I can handle this, because now this whole area is flooded. In all honesty, like, and for whatever reason, the water is like these are open. So the fact that the water's way up here, it doesn't, I don't get it. Because this water should be flowing out at an alarming rate. Are you able to... hold on. Oh, look, there, now it's receding after monumental damage is done. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it here, and I will probably figure something else out, because like I said, this is on normal mode. We pretty much like just yeah. Alright, so hit thumbs up, like, comment, all that fun jazz, and I'm going to see what's up. This is underground. Let's see where this... That still has bad water in it. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Because I don't see us coming back from this. We do have storage and we have everything like that, but I don't know how to fix this problem as far as getting good obtainable water. So yeah, be on the lookout for another playthrough, and then we'll see how we can best get through that. Alright, I will catch you on the flip side later.